Hello everyone! Can you find the winning move for white here? It is white to play and win, and we have a rook and a bishop versus a rook and three pawns. And the pawns go in this direction. And there is one variation here that wins for white. And I also want to say that if black can unblock the rook, currently it's blocked by its own pawns, but if black could escape with the rook, then that would be a draw. A rook and a bishop versus a rook is a draw. So we don't want to allow that to happen. So you can pause the video and try to find a winning plan for white here, and then come back and I'll show you the solution. Best of luck. Okay, so what happens if we take on a5? Then black has b6 check, and if we take the pawn on b6, black doesn't mind that we can just continue grabbing all the pawns, because as I mentioned earlier, if the rook escapes, then this is a draw. Rook and bishop versus rook is a draw. So we don't want to take on a5 as the first move. And playing rook to h7, that would be a major blunder. Do you see why? Because here black just plays b5 check and grabs our rook next. So we don't want to allow that. And how about bishop to f4 check? If black plays king to a8, then that would be an instant win for us. Checkmate, rook to h8. So instead black would play king to c8, and if we play rook to h8 check here instead, then black just plays king to d7, and here we haven't really achieved anything. If we play bishop to b8, then black just plays rook to a8, and this doesn't lead to anything. If we play bishop to e3 and attack rook that way, then black just plays b5 check, and the rook escapes. Yeah, this doesn't lead to anything for us. Okay, so instead of bishop to f4, the winning move is to play rook to h8 check. And the only move here for black is to play king to c7. And what do we do now? If we play rook to h7 check, black will just play king to c6 and threaten b5 next. If we play bishop to e3, threaten the rook, then black will just play b6, and yeah, if we play rook to h7 here, check, black will play king to b8, and here, if we continue checking with the bishop, king to a8, rook to h8 check, king to b7, and we have this long variation, but it doesn't lead to anything because the black rook just escapes, and yeah, we're not gonna win with white anymore. So what do we do after king to c7? We play bishop to d8 check here. And now if black plays king to c6 to threaten b5, then white has a very nice move here. Can you find it? We play bishop to b6, and it's a very nice bishop sacrifice. So if black doesn't take the bishop, then we will just take the rook. So black will take the bishop here, and what is the idea? Why did we sacrifice the bishop? Here comes a very beautiful move. It is to play rook to c8. And can you see what just happened here? We just took away all the squares from the black king. The black king has no squares to go. The pawns are blocked from moving. So black is in a zugzwang. The only move black has is to move the rook, and that is to a8. And we will gladly take that, and yeah, we will take all of the remaining pawns next, and we will win with just the rook. So let's go through this again, because this was very nice. First move was play rook to h8 check, followed by king to c7, and then we play bishop to d8 check. Black plays king to c6 to threaten b5, and then we will play bishop to b6, and yeah, black will take the bishop, and we will put black in a zugzwang, and we will win the game with only a rook. Very nice study. If you found any of this, or if you found all of it, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.